Have you ever imagined that there might be something beyond what your eyes can see? Something subtly manipulating the paths of your life? Think for a moment. Why do you often feel like you're giving your best effort, but you seem stuck, unable to move forward? Perhaps it's an invisible weight, something that defies logic and persists despite your best intentions. This isn't random. There are forces in the spiritual realm, dark forces, that operate silently, hidden in the in-between of reality. Now, before you ask if I'm talking about ghosts from movies or scary figures from folklore, the answer is no. These forces rarely show themselves in obvious ways. They hide in patterns, in energies around you, even in people who seem to drain your vitality, sabotage your plans, and plant doubts in your mind. But how do you recognize them? How can you notice their impact on your life? Stop for a moment. Reflect on your routine. Are there situations that seem to repeat endlessly? Toxic relationships you can't break free from? Or perhaps misfortunes aligning like pieces of a cruel puzzle? These repetitions, often imperceptible, are among the clearest signs that something or someone is manipulating your reality. And this is where things become intriguing. The more you try to escape these traps, the more you seem to get tangled in them. It's like a spiritual spider web, where every movement to free yourself only strengthens the bonds. This is the specialty of dark forces. They thrive on your despair, your confusion, and your sense of helplessness. But let me reveal something important. Listen closely. These forces are not invincible. They only have power over you when you fail to notice that they are there. The first step to breaking free from this manipulation is to open your spiritual eyes. Recognize the patterns, the loops, the repetitions. Ask yourself, why is this happening to me? This awakening is the beginning of your liberation. It's like turning on a light in a dark room. Shadows cannot withstand brightness. From the moment you identify the problem, it begins to lose its grip. But this is just the beginning, because when you start to see these forces activate an even more powerful weapon, fear. This isn't ordinary fear, but the kind that whispers deep in your mind, paralyzing you. It's the fear of change, of taking risks, of breaking cycles. It says, who do you think you are? You won't succeed. And often, it's this voice that makes you give up before even trying. Let me tell you something essential. Fear is an illusion. It's like a thin veil that hides a greater, more powerful reality. Fear has no substance, and when you face it, it dissolves. Think about it. What are you truly afraid of? What lies beyond this fear? The truth is that fear is the greatest ally of these forces because it keeps you small, limited. But you were not created to live like this. You were made to reign, to be free. By facing fear, you take the next step toward freedom. And do you know what's most liberating? Realizing that behind this fear is a divine force sustaining you. In 2 Timothy 1:7, it's written, "For God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and self-discipline." This is your essence, and that's what these forces want you to forget. But their attack doesn't stop there. When the patterns and fear start to lose strength, an even more treacherous enemy arises: distraction. Think about how easy it is to lose focus today. Social media, notifications, trivial problems. It's a constant bombardment of things stealing your attention, pulling you away from what truly matters. This is not a coincidence. Dark forces know that if they can keep you busy, you won't have time to reflect, to seek your connection with God and your essence. And this is exactly what we need to fight. We need silence, moments of introspection, to listen to the inner voice crying out for attention. When you break free from this distraction, something miraculous happens. You realize you have the power to change everything around you. Let me remind you, these forces only have power because you allow them to. In Psalm 23, David declares, "Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me." No matter how dark the situation seems, God's presence is enough to dispel any darkness. So, at this moment, I want to challenge you to take the next step. Identify the patterns, face the fear, reject the distractions. You are stronger than you think. Within you is the Holy Spirit, guiding, protecting, and empowering you. If you believe this, start now. Make a commitment to change, to seek more, to refuse to settle for anything less than the perfect plan God has for your life. And before we finish, I have a special invitation for you. If this video touched you, if it opened your eyes to something new, don't stop here. Click to subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and explore the other content. Each video is a piece of a great spiritual puzzle, and I want you to join me on this journey of discovery and growth. Don't let distractions or fear deceive you. You deserve a life full of purpose and power. Now, share this video with someone who needs to hear this message. Be the light that helps another out of the darkness. Together, let's break these invisible chains and live the freedom God promised us.